I've officially found my next art project. So I've been seeing these like textured canvases all over the place, but I never knew what they were called. But apparently they are called like texture canvas or plaster canvas, and it turns out they're actually really easy to make on your own. So that is what I'm going to be attempting next, because I do like to make my art when I can. I think it adds such a personal feel to like your space. So I found a really helpful DIY, and apparently you can get everything you need from a Michaels and a Home Depot. So first I'm gonna go to Home Depot to get everything that I need. So we're looking to redecorate our place, and we did a little audit of our apartment. We found some areas that we want to switch up, and so now we're doing a little bit of shopping to see if we can find anything we like. And we're starting with the classic HomeSense here in West Van because it's massive and it has a really good selection. Got the goods. Some things we came for, some things we did not come for. Now I'm in Michaels because I'm looking for some big canvases. I started this art project 3 weeks ago, and the Michaels that I went to on Broadway did not have the canvases that I needed. They only had the really small ones. But apparently the West Van one has them all. They have all of these massive canvases all over the store, which is exactly what I need to finish my art project. Okay, I'm super happy. We found the exact canvas size that I was looking for. So we're gonna do two 30 by 40s to go over top of the couch. We went on the quickest trip ever to West Van. We hit up HomeSense, Michaels, and then I popped into Lululemon for a hot second just to try on the Align tank. And we're gonna do a little haul, a little West Van haul of what I picked up. So first we stopped into HomeSense by accident because we thought we were walking into Michaels. If you've ever been to the West Van, HomeSense and Michaels, I think you could understand why you might accidentally walk into HomeSense. And then while we were in there, we figured we might as well look around. Their selection is bomb. I don't know what it is about downtown, but I find the Zara, the HomeSense, even the Michaels in West Van is way better than downtown, which I was not expecting at all. But we found some really cute things, and I'm gonna show you what we picked up. So first, we found ourselves in the pet section, and I picked up a couple of things for Mars. So the first is this little bin, because right now when we buy his food, it is so annoying to open and reseal the bag constantly. So we figured we would just get an easy breezy, does this open? Okay, this is even better. We could just like pour his little food in, and I love a good container organization moment. We also got Mars some new bowls. Right now he has stainless steel bowls, and I don't know what it is about them, but he like won't drink the water out of them unless he absolutely has to. And I thought it might go away, but it's been going on for quite a few months. And so we are just gonna upgrade him to some ceramic bowls. So we're gonna give these a try and see how Mars likes them. Plus they look a little bit better, like a little bit more nicer than the ones that he currently has. That's all that we got from HomeSense. What we got from Michaels, I already showed you, but it's these two 30 by 40 canvases that we're gonna have two of them above the couch. That's the vision. And so yeah, the Michaels in West Van is stocked with canvases right now. Highly recommend. And then from Lululemon, I went in and I tried on a bunch of the Align tanks because I've heard some really good things about them. So I tried on the 2 and the 4, and they were both, like, my usual size is a 4, and I have double D's. So like honestly, if you are in the same world as me, then you understand sometimes you go a size down to get that support. Sometimes you get your regular size. I've never had to size up because of my chest, because then it just stops fitting. So with the Align tank, I tried on the 2 and it did not fit me. I tried on the 4, it did not fit me. So I actually had to go all the way up to the 6 for the bust to fit me, and then luckily the rest of it is pretty snug fitting as well. Definitely a word of caution if you're shopping online or in store, definitely try them on. If you're on the larger side like I am, the 6 might be for you. Giving you a heads up, just being honest with what the situation is, what the sizing is, because there's never enough information in the world for gals like us. So I got you. And that's it for the haul. Oh, before I leave, I'm also gonna be filming a 6-month update of my PRK laser eye surgery that I got 6 months ago. I've gotten a lot of questions about what my vision is like, if I can still see, if I still have 20/20, are my eyes dry? So I have a lot to talk about. So if you're interested in a 6-month update, that will be live by the time this video goes live. So you can go check that out if you want. I'm gonna go straight into painting these canvases. I've been waiting like 3 weeks to do them. I have all the stuff in the closet and I really want to get these done before it gets dark out. So I just finished the canvases. This is what they look like dry. I'm still gonna let them dry a little bit longer, and then we're gonna take off the painter's tape and see how they look. We have a fresh delivery from this flower subscription box that I've been trying out called Bear's Blooms. So they're located here in Vancouver, which I love. They source locally, which I also love. I have a little code, Jessica 2015. And with that, you get a $15, so you get a $15 credit and I get a $15 credit. And I think the bouquets are like 30 bucks, so you're half off already. So in about an hour, I am going to be heading to a clinic, but I wanted to sit down and chat with you because some things are about to happen. The opportunity came up for me to get some things done cosmetically to my face. I'm overall really curious about how it's going to change my face, how it might make me feel about myself, and things like that. I would urge you to do whatever makes you feel good. So that's what's going to be happening in this next portion of the vlog. I'm going to be going to Shine MD, which is a clinic here in Vancouver on Main Street. I don't 100% know what I'm getting done yet. There were a couple boxes I checked off. It was basically everything except for my tear troughs, which is like your under eye bags, because mine are a surgical fix, not a like medical filler fix, if you will. But yeah, I'm gonna take you along for the journey. Of course, feel free to ask any questions in the comments down below, and I will see you at the clinic. Before I head off, let's do a quick fit check. This is my outfit of the day. I'm going in cozy, you know. We've got the Shop Confidence by Carly that I'm gonna be wearing to keep me nice and cozy with this thick waistband. Then I'm wearing my Air Force Ones, and this puffer jacket is by Princess Polly. I have a link to it in my Winter Links highlight on Instagram. The mask is also Princess Polly. Leopard, just like a simple face mask. First of all, this decor is everything. did come in with some makeup on my face, so I'm just gonna wash that off right now. And before we get down to it, the first thing we're gonna do is take before photos. So we're in the chair and we're about to start the first part of the appointment, which is the consultation. And if you want to introduce yourself really quickly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Karana from Shine MD. Nice to meet everybody.
You had some questions for me to start.
Yeah, so it's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in today.
Nice to meet you as well.
And what are your goals? First, let's start by talking about that. We're talking about fillers and facial rejuvenation goals.
Yes, so when I came in here with the idea of wanting to get filler, and I was looking in the mirror and thinking about how I wanted my face to look when I came out, and I think overall I might look a bit tired. And then I am interested in getting some lip plumping as well, because I've noticed my lip volume has gone down over the years.
Yeah.
And then overall, like, feminization and just beautification is something I'm interested in as well.
Okay, well, I think you're already very beautiful and very feminine, but the areas that you want to improve, we can definitely help you with that. So we can do some tear trough fillers on you today, which I think you're a good candidate for, because even though some areas might seem like some of the tissue seems like it has a little bit more prominence, we can sort of change other parts of the tear trough area to make that part look less prominent. So I do think that you're a good candidate for tear troughs, and I think it'll be a nice result on you. And then I also think we should do your lips if that's what you want, because it's always fun to get lip fillers and it's a really nice high impact area. Also, you had mentioned sort of full face rejuvenation. I think it would be nice to do a little bit of filler in your chin to give you a little bit more of a sort of a nice prominence in your chin on the lower part.
Love that. Okay, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. So the next question is have you ever had fillers before, and do you have any questions about fillers themselves?
Like, I don't really know anything about filler. I know a little bit.
So I always tell patients fillers are instant results, which is really exciting, and they're relatively safe. And the chemistry of fillers that are made now is very sophisticated, so the side effects are low in the sense of things like your body like rejecting them or you having any reactions to them, so people tolerate them usually quite well, and they're dissolvable. So that's the other nice thing for people, is that once you do it, often patients are worried, like, is this in there forever? What if I don't like it? We can dissolve it with an enzyme that we have on site. And so if you have any issues with it or there's any reason whatsoever, we can actually reverse it.
Oh, amazing. I did not know that you could do that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It is really cool. So there's different also densities of fillers that we use in different parts of the face.
Oh, so filler you would use in my cheeks is not the same that you would use in my lips?
Yes.
Oh, wow. My outfit looks really good in this room.
I was just gonna say aesthetics.
So excited.
Yay! Should we get started?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Let's do it.
Okay. Working on your tear trough, and the first step in doing that is giving you a little bit more support in the area below the tear trough. So we're going to give a little bit of volume here and a little bit of volume in here. And then we're going to take a different filler and we're going to go underneath this area and we're going to deposit the filler in the tear trough.
That was really cute.
It felt like I just grew a chin.
Yeah, you did pretty much. Do you want to see?
I do want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, wow. That's like she really brought it down. Ooh, it's so cute.
You can't can't rush through that. It's a lot. It takes time, right? Oh, did you see it already? I really do.
Just like you took my lips and you were like, you know, like still my lips. So we just finished our session. So a huge thank you to Dr. Mona for taking me through my very first filler experience.
You're so welcome.
And I was really curious and I wanted to capture it for anyone watching. Can we quickly go through, since I've never had this done before, I have no idea what to expect for the next couple days. So can you tell me what I can expect to happen or wake up with tomorrow, what I can be prepared for?
Yeah, so generally speaking, bruising is quite common. So if you have bruising, there's nothing to worry about. It should resolve within about a week. You can have swelling as well, which also should get better within a week to 2 weeks. We tell patients to wait at least 2 weeks to let the filler settle in, giving it time to integrate into the tissue and sort of settle into its place. And aside from that, you need to look out for other things, like if you have any pain that doesn't seem quite right to you or you're worried about any symptoms, then you can call me directly and talk to me about any concerns that you have. But aside from that, we just recommend that you sleep on your back, laying on 2 pillows preferably. Avoid exercise for at least 24 hours. Avoid too much pressure on one side of your face or the other, and enjoy them.
Thank you. And I so appreciate that you're making yourself available as well, because as a first timer, I do have like a little bit more anxiety about it.
Yeah.
So I love that you're only a phone call away.
Yes, and we also almost insist that you come in for a 2-week follow-up, even if you're happy with your fillers, because I do want to use that opportunity to just sort of check in with you and make sure you didn't have any concerns, and just to be sure that you know that like the door is open to come back and be reassessed after you've had your treatment.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it.
Thanks for coming in today.
So we just finished everything and we're gonna take some after photos. Before Jessica, after Jessica. Let me know if you notice anything different. I definitely notice my lips are definitely a lot different, but they're also very swollen right now. And my chin is now a little more pointed than it was before, which I think is super cute. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the overall feeling and like pain levels and things like that when I get home. But thanks for coming with me to ShineMD, and a big thank you to ShineMD for having me in today. It's been a couple hours. Okay, I'm very swollen, but I got really excited because I was editing last week's vlog, and in one clip, I'm sitting right here and all I can see are my eye bags. So I decided to come back here now that I've had my under eyes filled a little bit, and I wanted to see if there was any difference. There's obviously a tiny bit because my eye bag is still there, because it's not something that can be completely cured with filler, but it can be softened, as Dr. Mona said. So I see such a big difference in the under eye area. I'm really happy about that. Cheekbones though. So it's officially been a full 24 hours since I got my filler done. So let's do a little filler check and talk through what I'm experiencing right now, since this is the first time I've ever gotten filler. So all of this is super new to me. So right after they did all of the work, I could see the results right away. It looked good, I was feeling good, and then I went home. And then I did start to get a little bit of swelling and tenderness, and I mostly felt it in the chin and the lip area. So the tear troughs and the cheeks, I don't feel anything at all there, but I do feel it in this area for sure. And I did ice my lips last night. Before I went to bed last night, I was a little bit uncomfortable just with how swollen everything was, and things were starting to get pretty tender. Again, mostly around the chin and the lip area. And so one tip that Dr. Mona told me was to sleep propped up with 2 pillows. So I did have 2 pillows stacked up and I was sleeping on an angle. Just, it's supposed to help with the swelling and everything. So I did spend last night sleeping on an angle, and when I woke up this morning I did sort of feel that swollenness. So overall things are already starting to get so much better. I'm making sure to drink a lot of water today and stay hydrated. I also just have Aquaphor all over my lips right now. So that's where we're at the moment, and visually this is how everything is looking at the moment. So far, the thing that I'm most excited about actually are the tear troughs, because I have hereditary eye bags, which means that filler won't fix it, but it will help minimize the appearance of it, which is really nice, especially when you're in your 20s and like you shouldn't be looking so tired in your 20s, especially because I get enough sleep, I drink enough water. It just sucks to have this genetic predisposition that you literally can't fix. So I'm actually really happy with the work that she was able to do on my under eyes. It's made me feel a lot more confident, and when I wake up in the morning I don't look exhausted, which is really nice, and everything else is a huge bonus. So yeah, again, huge thank you to Dr. Mona for the work that she did. I will keep you updated with, you know, what happens next and how it's looking and everything. So it's been a full 48 hours since I got my full face of filler, and I wanted to give you some updates, but first I'm gonna pull my hair back. So let's talk about what I'm experiencing right now. Like I mentioned, it's been just over 48 hours since I got my face full of filler, and things are getting better. I still have a little bit of tenderness in my chin area, a little bit under the eyes, and a tiny bit at the tops of my cheekbones, like this part on both sides. My lips, for the part that hurt the most, my lips don't hurt as much as the rest of my face. So I know that for the first night and the next day, using a straw was pretty painful, and it was like painful to sort of like pucker my lips and say some letters, like the letter M was hard to say and a little bit painful, but I don't have any of that pain anymore. I can go about my day pretty normally with pretty minimal pain. The only thing that is the most tender, like I said, is my chin. So that's the one thing that I really like feel. But everything else, I don't really feel it unless I touch it. And even the chin is not really that bad. It's just a little bit sensitive right now. So I know when I ended filming at the clinic, I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna tell you guys like what the pain level was, how it all was, because I was feeling pretty good after I got everything done. And then by the time I got home and I sat on the couch for a bit, the swelling definitely started and I was in no mood to film. But I'm definitely feeling a lot better right now. So let's go over it. So I got what's called facial rejuvenation. So I got filler in my under eye, my cheekbones, my chin, and my lips. I don't remember how much was put where, but it is earlier in the video. Dr. Mona went over it at the end of my session, so feel free to skip back to that point if you want to review that again. When I first came in for my appointment, the first thing that she did was numbed my lips. So I had numbing all over my mouth for the whole session, and while my lips were numbing, she worked on the rest of my face. So the first thing she did was the cheekbones. It didn't hurt, it was like that tiny bit of pinching, similar to when you get a shot or something in your arm. So that slight bit of pinching, and overall it felt more like acupuncture, you know, when you're getting the needles put in your arm and they hit the chi. It kind of feels like that. The only way I know how to describe it is that it feels very thick, but again, there's no pain, it's just pressure. The second thing that she did was my under eye tear troughs. This one didn't really hurt at all. Again, just a little pinch when she put the needle in, but when the cannula went in, it was just pressure and no pain at all there. The third thing that she did was my chin. So this again felt the same as the cheekbones, which the needle goes in and then you just feel a pressure as the filler is released. The chin was definitely the least painful, I want to say. And if I'm gonna rank them, because I already know where lips is gonna end up, if I'm gonna rank them, I would say the chin was the least painful, and then the tear troughs, and then the cheekbones, and then there's like a big gap and then it's lips right at the end because those hurt the most. Even though she'd been numbing my lips the entire time, when she did the lip filler, hurts. Like, it does hurt. You just kind of have to get really into your breathing and not think about it too much, because they make multiple injections and then they go under, and then they do the under lip. Pain aside though, it's not that bad. So if it's something that you want to get done, totally worth it, because it's also very fast, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's over and you have the lips of your dreams for like a year. Yeah, the thing that I'm happiest about is my under eye bags. Like, you can still see on this side that the bag is there, but instead of it like it's smoother right here. Before it would, like, there'd be the bag and then my cheek would start. So, but with the filler there, it just smooths it out so much better, and I don't look like exhausted as I did before, at least. I'm really happy about that one. Like, the tear trough I would definitely get again. So that's my little day 2 update for you. It's been 3 days, so almost exactly 72 hours since I got my full face of filler. Let's recap on what's happened, because today, as you can tell, is also the first day that I've worn makeup since getting all of that done. So far, things are going pretty well. I don't really feel it as much anymore. Sleeping last night was so much more comfortable. I'm still feeling a little bit tender in my chin, but I have a feeling that'll be gone in like 2 days. Another thing I noticed is that when I'm putting on my skincare and everything, I can really feel the filler in my face, and the way that I used to apply skincare doesn't really track the same way. So I've had to develop new patterns of applying skincare, mostly around my chin. I have to go like over and to the sides instead of just completely over. But today is definitely the best day so far. I recognize myself a lot more now than I did the first 2 days. Another thing that I want to point out is that the filler is starting to feel like it's settled, like it's starting to feel like a more natural part of my face. When I was washing my face the first night and I was sort of running my hands over my face, I really felt everything, and I still feel it, but it doesn't feel as pronounced anymore. And I think because the tenderness has gone away, it's starting to feel like it's actually part of my face rather than something that's been added. These feel like they could be mine. I can definitely feel the filler underneath my tear troughs, and the chin I feel, but it's starting to feel more like my chin. So those are my day 3 thoughts, and I'll check back in on day 4. So today is day 5 of full face of filler. You know, it's been 5 days, and I have some updates. Today is the first day that I really went in and did a full face of makeup, so I applied everything like usual. I'm finding that I'm not wanting to apply as much as I used to. So one big thing that I'm noticing that's been the biggest shift from the first day to the 5th day is that it used to feel like the filler was on top of my face, if that makes sense. Like, imagine your face was made out of clay and someone just like put extra clay in certain parts, is what it used to feel like. Like, I really used to feel the bumps, and like I really used to feel the filler in my face. But now, as everything is settling and there's less inflammation, I don't feel it as much. The only thing I'm still kind of feeling is my chin. It's still a little bit tender, but not as much, like hardly as much. But I noticed that when I was washing my face last night, it all just sort of felt like I wasn't being careful and doing like different movements. I could really just go in and like wash my face. I don't really have a ton of updates for day 5. Things are just sort of feeling good. I like how it looks, I think, is the biggest thing. Like, I really like how everything looks. I love how I still look like me. It's just like a little bit extra. Moving on from the filler updates, I'll probably end the filler updates here, but please leave me any questions that you have in the comments, because I am going to see Dr. Mona in a week, and she'll be checking up on my filler and everything, and I'll have the chance to take you along and ask your questions in my session. So please leave them down below, and I can get that in the next weekly vlog.